Last video, I told you about my college picture book class, where I wrote and illustrated a story that I was really excited about. But due to the way my class was run, I didn't get to make it the way I really wanted to. Now, several years later, I'm getting a second chance at that story. This is that version.
The rain is bouncing back up off the road in tiny splatters, catching the glare from the headlights of our garbage heap of a car. I'm driving, like I have been for what seems like an eternity, to get my wife Summerlin and my stepson Cerin back home. Cerin is in the back seat, giving his new stuffed animal the royal treatment. I hate that thing, and yet I'm the one who won it for him at the carnival. I stare at it through the rear-view mirror as I drive. Cerin is strapping the stuffed animal into its own seat. This stupid thing is the size of a Great Dane.
Cow, watch it!
Summerlin hisses into my ear. My hands jerk to the left on the wheel, sending the car screeching to the other side of the road, where I almost missed the turnoff. The smile never leaves Cerin's face.
I'm naming him PD.
He squeals for about the billionth time. PD stood for puppy dog, because Cerin is 5, and 5-year-olds really aren't all that creative with names. He reaches over and hugs the stupid thing until it looks like its eyes will pop out of its overstuffed giant head. I spent $30 on that ring toss game to win the thing. And all I can think about is different ways to slaughter it. I want to reach over the musty leather seats, grab the thing by its floppy brown ears, and tug at it until it comes apart at the seams. Stuffing streaming out like blood. I'd gladly spend another $30 to see that. The carnival wasn't part of the plan. We were speeding down the highway halfway home. It was late. We were all tired. The last thing I wanted to do was stop at a rat-infested carnival and fill Cerin up with sweets. We could see the lights on the Ferris wheel over a mile away, and the smell of cotton candy, corn dogs, and candy apples seeped in through the car windows. I rolled up my windows as fast as I could, hoping Cerin wouldn't notice. Cerin always notices. Especially when there are giant neon signs everywhere saying rides, food, prizes, and fun.
Daddy, look, there's a carnival. I want to go to the carnival. Please, 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 can we go?
Cerin pleaded with me. I wanted to put all my weight on the gas pedal and speed for the next 20 miles to get far, far away. But Summerlin grabbed my arm. She dug her 2 long red-painted nails into my arm until I had no choice but to hit the brakes. All right, put the claws away, I told her, and killed the engine. But we can't stay too long. I don't know who I thought I was talking to. The second the car stopped, I was the only one still inside. I shuffled after Cerin at a distance, studying the soggy ground when Cerin sped for the ring toss booth. The second I was close enough, I saw why. There were stuffed animals all around, Cerin's biggest weakness. We weren't leaving unless I won him something. There was really no way around it.
I want that one.
Cerin announced, pointing at the plus-size tan and brown fluffy one.
You have a good eye, little man.
The pudgy, sweaty mustache guy at the stand rumbled. He leaned against the side of the counter and stuck his beefy left hand out at me like he wanted a low 5.
What do you say? You want to win this little man the dog? $5 gets you 5 tries. Get all 5, you get a big one. Get 4 less and you get a little one. Get none, and you buy 5 more tries.
He smiled greedily. He probably reeled in suckers like me every day. I was nothing more than a human wallet that Cerin was willing to hand over to the vendor, without question. How about I give you $1 and I get 1 try? I asked, amazed I even agreed to that much. He raised an eyebrow at me and his smile grew, like what I suggested was amusing to him. I didn't think so, I mumbled, and slapped a 5 onto his moist, greedy palm. The tiny pink ring felt cold in my hands when I tried to aim. Some delusional part of my mind actually thought I'd be able to make all 5 in a row for the first $5. I focused on the pegs on the stand. 5 different bright orange pegs, sitting on a picture of a smiling clown's face, like it was laughing at me. I could almost hear its ghostly cackle ringing incessantly in my ears. Cerin shouted,
Go for the big doggy. Go for the big one. You can do it.
At the exact second I let go of the ring, so it flew straight up and hit the neon sign over the stand, nearly knocking it down. The stand shook violently back and forth, creaking and squeaking, making me worry it would come crashing down on top of Cerin. I finally breathed when the creaking stopped. "Cerin, don't do that!" I roared. I slapped another 5 in the sweaty guy's hand. Because even if I got all 4 after that, Cerin still wouldn't be happy. Summerlin wants me to bond with Cerin. So I'm spending an hour with a con man with more oil in his hair than we have in our beat-up old Buick. I wanted more than anything to be in our car again, on the highway racing home to sleep as if this never happened. I went from the pink rings to the orange rings to the bright green ones that were sweaty and smelled like pizza, because the jerk was holding them and playing with them for as long as I was there. Cerin wandered off with Summerlin to play another game. Bored of the back and forth of throw, miss, $5, throw, miss, $5. A full hour passed before I finally made 5 in a row. A ring on both clown eyes and the rest of its idiotic laughing mouth. Cerin smiled so much when Ring Toss Man finally took that dog down. Cerin squeezed around its stomach so hard, the rest of it sort of puffed out. Like a fat guy burping. Kept saying,
Thank you, Daddy.
but he just meant, "Thank you, Mr. Conman, for getting that guy that married my mom to get this for me. I'm not his dad. Not really." We're back in the car, and I'm rushing in our absolute monstrosity of a Buick, going 12 miles over the speed limit. All of the windows are down, so that stupid PD's carnival smell of cotton candy, engine smoke from the rides, and burnt popcorn will be gone with the wind. The smell is rubbing off on everything. It's on my clothes. It's in my hair and in my mouth. Summerlin nags in my ear that
You're going too fast!
and that I'm going to get all of us killed if I don't slow down. I don't listen to anyone. I don't listen to anything until I hear the siren behind us. A chill runs down my spine when I see a cop car tailing us, with blue and red lights flashing, reflecting in the street so that it suddenly looked bloody. I pull over and keep both hands on the wheel, willing myself not to just turn into the Incredible Hulk and rip the thing off the steering column, take it and PD, and throw them both at the officer that was coming up to my window. He's a skinny man in a uniform that was obviously made for someone much bigger than him. He pulls up his trousers and tightens his belt as he walks over and leans on the side of our old Buick. I glare at him. My face is stuck with the same expression I had when I was at the ring toss booth. And I don't feel like unsquinting my angry green eyes to look like I'm calm. It would be a lie anyway.
Do you know the speed limit around here, sir?
The officer asks in a nasally voice. Let's just skip the pleasantries, all right? I snap at him and hold out my hand like Ring Toss Man. Just get it over with and give me the speeding ticket. He tilts his head at me and lifts a scraggly eyebrow.
You seem tense.
He muses.
You know, there's this carnival not far from here. We should go. It's a great way to relax. There's this one booth with all these stuffed animals. I'll bet this little man would love one of those.
He says, looking at Cerin, who takes the seatbelt off of PD and practically shoves him in the officer's face.
already got one for me.
He brags.
I'm naming him PD.
He and I say at the exact same time. I'm mocking him. Summerlin smacks my shoulder and whines my name to tell me to stop being a baby, but I don't care. It's been another hour, half of which I spent talking to that idiot cop, and the other half Cerin chanted.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
All the way home. If I wasn't driving, I would have made him swallow PD whole, to make him shut his trap for 5 seconds. We're home now. That's what matters. I slam the car door shut when I get out, so the old trash heap we call a car sways from side to side, like a drunken man that can't keep his balance. I want to put my fists through its windows. Cerin gets out of the car, still hugging the smelly PD, who now also smells like car exhaust, and taps me on the elbow, the highest part of me he can reach.
Thank you so much for getting PD for me, Daddy.
I'm not your daddy, I blurt out, too tired and frustrated to contain myself. My wet hair is plastered to my forehead from the rain. I wait for Summerlin to smack me unconscious, but she doesn't.
Well, sure you are, see?
He squeaks and holds up something small and shiny. It's a blue keychain that says #1 Dad.
See, it says so right there.
Cerin says, swaying side to side because 5-year-olds can never stay still.
Mommy let me play another game while you were getting me PD. I won this for you. I only played it because I saw that.
He hands me the keychain, and I hold it up to the light from the street lights nearby to have a better look. #1 Dad. Maybe this isn't just a bribe. I look at Summerlin. Her hands rest on her hips, and she cocks her head at me so her long brown hair switches to lie over her left shoulder. Cerin, I trail off. I don't know what to say now. I'm really glad you like PD, and I love my keychain. I make a show of taking my car keys back out of my pocket and hook them onto the ring of #1 Dad. Cerin's grin widens and he hugs me around the middle before he runs back into the house. I guess I'm a dad, I half whisper to no one in particular. The downpour is finally starting to die down, the first indication that the rain couldn't last forever. Maybe this family thing could work out.
So, that was my picture book, the way I always meant to make it. In all its digital cartoony glory. I know it won't exactly sell as an actual picture book if I tried to publish it, but I had fun making it. And again, hopefully someone out there got to see this that really liked it. If you're that person, I made this twice just for the opportunity to show it to you. And if not, well, you just watched me complain a whole lot about a story you didn't like too much. So you might be a college illustration professor? Either way, if you like this video, you'll probably want to subscribe. I make videos as often as I can. And since you don't want to miss that, ring the bell for notifications every time that I post. And you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Lexi Conjures. Bye guys.